Hey, this is Matt, back with another tutorial walkthrough video. In this one, I'm stepping through my how to view your Twilio account usage using Go tutorial that I wrote for the Twilio blog, which you can find at twilio.com/blog/view Twilio account usage using Go. Now, in this tutorial, I've tried to sort of stick to the essentials of just what the title says, which is retrieving your Twilio account usage information with Go and then rendering that, in this case, to the terminal. I tried not to be too fancy, not to get sort of too carried away, and just stick to exactly what the title says is going to happen. I did do one little somewhat fancy, not really fancy, but nice thing, which is instead of rendering the usage information just, what would you say, not randomly, but kind of somewhat generically, there we go, to the terminal, I've used, let's just come down here and I'll find it, Go Pretty, to render the information in a tabular format. Just my intent there was to make it easier to scan as you're reading over it. I've also used Twilio's Go Helper library to simplify interacting with Twilio's API endpoints when using Go, go.env to keep credentials and other secure data outside of code, and Bojans's currency package to format the currency information returned so that, I guess, like you might be expecting to see on a financial website or a financial app, it renders more in that way. So I hope that all these things help and make the end result sort of that much clearer, that much more professional. Otherwise, if you are following along with the tutorial, you're going to need your favorite IDE or text editor of choice. I always recommend Visual Studio Code. A Twilio account, free or paid, either works equally as well, and naturally Go, available on your development machine. Other than that, I can't think of anything else that's worth noting, except for the fact that by default, and we'll only see this version in the step through of the running application, is that it will retrieve, I think it's your usage information for like the last month and filter down to, I think, the most recent 20 odd records, if you have that many. However, the tutorial also steps through looking at different time periods, say like all of your records today, the last week, and so forth, and then changing, I think also the limit on like the previous or the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, etc. records, and filtering by other criteria such as category. Anyway, let's go over to the terminal, and I think I had it there already. Yes, I did. We're just going to run Twilio usage records v1 because I think I was iterating through a series of versions of the code just to make it easier for me locally. And wait for a second to retrieve and collate the records. And my font is a bit bigger than in the terminal, so we'll just move up a bit. And you can see here that while there is a lot of information that you can bring back, and I'll link to the documentation so you can see all of the information that does come back, as well as those filters that I talked about. We've got the start date and the end date for the records, so the period of time effectively for these records, and then the category of the usage item, such as caller ID lookups, calls, shortcodes, random shortcodes, SMS, and so forth, and then the collective price of all of those items. I guess what I probably should have done in this example is to sort of break down in a fifth column, like the quantity, so you could sort of see, well, did one item cost $27.20 and one $30.47, or was that actually the summation of 50 or more usages of that particular item? Anyway, as always, we'll come back here. If you want to find out more, definitely check out the tutorial. Please have a read through and let me know your thoughts in the comments for this video. I'd really love to know what you think of, well, I guess think of the code. Be gentle, don't be too mean to me. I'm still kind of growing with my Go knowledge. You can find that at twilio.com/blog/view Twilio account usage using Go. I've got links to all the things that I've covered, as you've seen, to the packages I've covered, and links off to further information and documentation. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Be great if you could hit that bell notification icon and subscribe to the channel so that I know if you're interested, if this appeals to you. And otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.